Hello everybody, came in here, and today I have a submission for SethBling's 5x5 TNT challenge. I think the current roll records around 3,000-ish, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more, but I think this submission here blows the other ones out of the water majorly. So what do I have here? I'm going to be using lazy chunks in order to accomplish a tremendous feat. Basically, I'm spawning a piece of TNT on top of this carpet, and I'm spawning the projectile right there, the propulsion right here. This is where the velocity will be given to the TNT that'll be shot out. I am keeping this TNT in lazy loaded chunks so it can build up velocity, while this TNT here, with all these droppers that are supplying with TNT, gives that velocity. Now, an important part, I'm using a carpet here due to the TNT height being 0.06125 and a carpet providing a height of 0.0625. I'm able to get a small increase in Y value, but most of the velocity going to the X-axis. Now, unfortunately, this trapdoor removes a lot of the velocity that I could potentially give to this TNT, but that's okay. So I do have a command block here which teleports me to the lazy load chunk permission or condition area, but unfortunately, you can't have command blocks in survival, but this is perfectly fine to do in survival. You have two accounts, one that presses a button and logs out, and the other just sitting there. So this is perfectly easily done in survival. So what I'll do is I'll fire the cannon, and we'll watch it go. I am doing this on 1.12.2 just because I have carpet mod. This is perfectly acceptable on 1.13.2, works identically, except I'm using a lower version just so I have a mod that allows TNT to go through unloaded chunks to an extent so that the NPT data does not get erased. Because currently in single player, it will get erased if you don't have all the chunks loaded, and I don't want to spawn 67 bots to load thousands and thousands of chunks, which could potentially lag my recording and other unfortunate scene events. So I'm going to press the button, and I'm going to tick warp so that I won't have to sit here a while this TNT accumulates and explodes. So let's do this. I'm going to press the button, start the clock. I'm going to tick warp a few thousand. Oh, let's just unlog from TNT so we don't get spammed like we just did. And I'm going to check the entity data. This is our TNT, so you can see the motion will start building up. Until we get to around 2,800-ish is when it'll eventually stop. It's going to be not a precise because of TNT slightly random, but for the most part, it's decently good. Basically, we're just going to keep waiting until the motion is accumulated. Then I'm just going to teleport to it using my alt account. My alt account's going to allow this command block to go through and basically keep teleporting me to the end location of the TNT. So we're about halfway done accumulating a motion. Right now, we're about 1,600 blocks per game tick, which is pretty good. So this, in 2 game ticks, we already beat the current world record. So let's accumulate the most. We have around 700 velocity left to accumulate, and then we're ready to fire. Again, this would take you about an hour if you didn't have carpet. So that's the only reason why I'm using carpet, because the current TPS is around 1,000-ish. It's fluctuating quite a bit. Almost there, about 100 left. Oh, fun. It's a little bit less, but that's okay. We can deal with this anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically get on my alt account and just flick this lever here. And I should get teleported. Before I do that, let me log TPS, or TNT, so I can see the explosion location. I guess it's loading chunks. It's a little bit laggy. That's okay. Yep, as you can see, I'm going. I'm just teleporting nonstop to it. Just the server's a little bit laggy. We're about halfway to our destination, it looks like. A little bit less. Let's just keep going. And you'll see in chat eventually. I'm on my other account right now. That's why we're on this screen right here. Let me actually just open chat so you can see better. Oh, look at that. We ran to the part where the entity can't be found. That's lovely. So I'll have to hand load the chunks for a second. Just so we can get... Oh, there we go. It's back in business. what we happened there. Oh, it did it again. Autosave or exploded. One of the two. Oh, we're almost there. And I think it should explode. Once we come in contact with its position. Ooh, am I loading the wrong dimension? I think it exploded, just never showed it. It was near this area. Nope. There. Should be this way. Yep, there it is. There's an explosion position. So let's figure out the coordinates here. I don't know why it didn't show up in logs. It should have, but that's okay. Here we are. So let's find the position here. This is about 4638711566405. Okay, and let's go back to the original. So TP Kman temp. And let's go over here. Okay. And our start location is this. So let's just do some simple math real quick. I'm just gonna take the x-axis, as I don't care about the other axis currently because it's pretty far off. So let's do subtraction, blah blah blah. 4. So we're gonna have clear 565471 minus about 463871. About 101,000 blocks traveled, which is pretty good I think. Yeah, so that's my submission for the record. It's not that precise and I didn't use a flat world, but I don't think that matters too much with what we're trying to accomplish here. Just a proof of concept. This can technically go about 10,000 blocks farther. Yeah, so I think that's enough for this little video, and I'll see you guys later.